Hello, everybody. The show's about to start. I know I can't sing very well, but I sing with all my heart. I hope you have enjoyed us, that you will subscribe. Hit that notification bell to keep this show alive. Alright, everybody, it's time to start. Here's your host, Hebrew, and he'll give you a message for tomorrow. Carry on, carry on. The show won't last forever. Hey, everybody, welcome to the Thursdela Thursday broadcast. We will be with you shortly as Hebrew and Saji go to make themselves a sandwich and maybe even drink a root beer or two. Well, who knows what we'll do. But I guarantee you one thing, it's going to be one heck of a show. So just sit back, relax, and laugh until you collapse. Because the Thursdela Thursday broadcast is about to begin now. Talking away, I don't know what I'm to say, I'll say it anyway. Today is another day to find you shying away. I'll be coming for your love, okay? Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. So needless to say, I'm at odds and ends, but that's me. I'm stumbling away, slowly learning that life is okay. And say after me, it's no better to be safe than sorry. Take on me. Take me on. I'll be gone in a day or two. Hey everybody, welcome to Thursdela Thursday. This is your host with the most that loves to sing until he sees ghosts, Hebrew 77, along with Sagittarically Speaking. What's up, Sagittarical?
Well, hello there, Mr. Hebrew 77, sir. I didn't even realize it was Thursdela Thursday. But what an intro. I mean, I don't even know. I don't even know where to start with that, my friend. I mean, that was definitely not what I was expecting. That is for sure. However,
However,
it was quite moving at the same time. And as much as I was like, how in the heck is he even going to try to sing this song, that second song that you were going for there?
yeah.
You actually kind of halfway pulled it off. Like, I think, how's the expression go? It wasn't half bad, you know? It wasn't half bad. Yeah, I'm saying the other half of it sucked, but that other half, it wasn't bad.
Yeah, well, I tell you, man, for the audience that we did have, I'm sure we've lost about 3 of them already.
Well, this is the
Oh,
thing
good
with audience. They come and they go. Some watch you now, some watch you later. There's that one guy who can only watch you on Sunday morning between the hours of 4 and 5 a.m. But somehow, some way, you get watched, my friend.
Sounds like the cable guy.
Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah. You gotta be there. You gotta be there, or you're not getting connected, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying to our audience. You gotta be here, or you're gonna miss one heck of a show, is what I'm saying.
If there's this one guy who lives in Australia, he has to aim his satellite dish off of a side of a cliff and then bounce it off of the refraction of the moon. And he can only do it for one day out of every 30 days. Can he get a satellite signal? So he just downloads a whole month of your channel on that particular day to get all caught up.
Well, in
Uh,
Australia,
right.
that's going to happen. Unlike Alaska, where it's dark time, like I don't know what, so many months of the year.
Oh no, the guy in Alaska, he goes out when it's not snowing and he chops down like 45 trees so that he can charge his
45.
jet. Yeah, 45 trees so that he can charge his generator for the next, 7 days while it is snowing. And that way he can get, electricity to watch the show. And he's so mad when I don't show up, let me tell you.
Well, I got to tell you, man, we're all mad when you don't show up.
Oh yeah, that's true.
No,
But
I'm
this
kidding,
but this guy he carries an axe, so it kind of
oh yeah, you got to be careful of those guys.
yeah.
At least they don't carry concrete blocks that they like to throw at each other.
Exactly. You understand exactly what I'm saying.
Exactly. Hey man, I gotta tell you, we are gonna have one heck of a show tonight, even if it kills us.
Well, yeah, you did, and anything nowadays, it's potentially fatal. It's a toss up, really, but we're going to try to get through it, nevertheless.
Well, nevertheless, one night I was watching Scare Performance because I didn't have anything better to do, and I think
I
my
have a
cable might.
T-shirt. I have a T-shirt that says that.
Really?
Yeah, it says one
Yeah.
night when I was watching Scare Performance, and then on the back it says because I didn't have anything better to do.
Well, that should be his slogan.
I know.
Watch Scare Performance because hey, you ain't got nothing better to do.
And you don't know where the hell your reality is anyway.
I know. Yeah, that'd be good. I like that.
Yeah.
There's this old man who, he just had a birthday recently,
Uh-huh.
and so he's on there, and he's doing some SMR shit, or is it?
What is it now? What did you just say? SMR shit.
I
I mean,
think
that sounds like some alt punk indie that you came out of Houston in the late 70s.
yeah.
What are you talking about
I
again?
ASMR shit.
Oh, like where they have the fancy microphones and they like to hear all the crunchity crispity sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, they love
It's
to
like
hear
it's like
people.
ear porn, and
Yeah.
it almost really is like porn in some ways too. So it's like a weird. I think it's like you leave a cosplay convention, you stumble upon this, and you're like, cosplay is really not that weird.
Well, I tell you what, Dan, I think was so ashamed of it that he took it down.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. No, what happened was he started off so good. Like he had really funny memes, and he was talking about topical stuff like we do pretty much. I think he was trying to be more like us.
I think I may have caught his show once or twice, but go ahead.
But yeah, and he was doing good, and everything was funny and cheerful, and then all of a sudden he started showing some shit that would make Ebenezer Scrooge go, damn, this is dark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was
So
like,
he found some goth ASMR or whatever.
well, no, not so much that, but he's showing like that. I'll give you an example. Like this one lady, there's a video of this one lady Like she was shooting at this dog just because it was crossing her yard.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes to shoot at the dog and she ends up shooting her own kid.
Oh my God! Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how do you just? I mean, didn't he vet his material?
I mean,
I know we've done that before. We'll have someone randomly say, well, "I sent you something in your email," and then we go and click on it, and it's like horrorcore or something.
yeah. It was crazy. I was like, "Damn, what is going on, man? You're bringing down the room." He's like, "Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, guys. I'm bringing. I'm. You talk about instead of Debbie down there, it was Danny down there."
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but no, he was cool. It was a cool night. It was good, but it was on so late. It was
Yeah.
on so late, and then he's telling me he's like, he kept joking with me, going, "Hey, bro, why aren't you in bed? Go to bed."
Right. You
Go to bed,
can't you
Hebrew.
can't take the pills they laid out for Elvis at 10 p.m. at 9 a.m. You know what I'm saying?
I know
And you
it.
can't take the pills they lay out for Elvis at 9 a.m. at 10 p.m. Trust me, it'll throw your whole day off.
Oh yeah, it sure does.
Mm.
No, he was right though. I probably should have just went to bed instead of watching that show. No offense to Dan. I mean, but come on, really. But no, seriously though, it was a pretty good show. Once he got past all the dark stuff, and
Right.
he was actually on camera.
Well, what do you mean he was on camera? Like the news showed up at his house and he waved and everything? Was he like an eyewitness? Did he give a report?
Yeah.
Was he still in his avocado PJs?
No, but close. I mean, you're very
Oh,
close
okay.
now. But he did put himself on camera, which is a rare occasion, as you know. And
Uh-huh.
I think he was nervous about him. Like, Dan, listen, it's easy. You just do like I do. Pretend like you're looking in the mirror and talking to yourself. It's just simple, man.
Yep, easy peasy.
I put myself on camera all the time, but the only problem is
Uh,
I have to buy a new lens each time because I always crack the lens.
oh well, that's just because you aren't supposed to hit it with your front tooth when you're trying to zoom in, my friend.
Yeah, that would present a problem.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, each time you have to go to the dentist to get that front tooth replaced.
Yeah, no kidding. But hey, you know what? We've been talking like a couple of gambling fools here for the past, I don't know what, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, something like that seems like.
Oh yeah, something around that, give or take a few seconds or three.
And we have yet to mention names in this chat.
Oh, by names you mean a shout out, my friend.
Oh yeah, do a shout out is what I meant to say. We have yet to do a shout out. So here's what I'm going to do.
All right.
I'm going to do a shout out.
All right. Well, I got your back.
All right. Well, we have Fellow Fire. Hello. What the heck is Fellow Fire?
Might be pronounced Philo Fire.
Did Milo Fire change her name?
Well, Fee Fi My. I don't know. It could be me, my Fee Fi Fo Fum. Maybe she'll be Fo Fum Fire in the near future.
Oh, I guess so. Yeah. You never know. She is going down that list.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's her brother Phil.
Oh yeah, it could be. Yeah, or maybe this month she's went down a self identification portal or something. Who knows?
Yeah, could have bumped her head, like in the
Mm-hmm.
story you have coming up, and people that talk funny or talk differently.
Mm-hmm. Drink me and be small. Drink me and be tall. I mean, who knows? They have all kinds of crazy stuff in bars nowadays.
Oh, but let me go on. Please let me continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. We have good old Eddie Von Kuhn. I don't know why he changed his name to Kuhn. Is that supposed to be German for keen?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not. I feel like that's a baited trap, and I'm not going to fall into it.
It's kind of like, yeah, it's Eddie Von Kuhn. He is keen, but I call him Kuhn.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I am the Fuhrer. I am Kuhn. Sorry. Sorry. Okay. Da.
I think you made your point there, Hebrew Kingler.
Oh, okay. I did I? We also have Miss Connie Joe is in the house as well. And let's see here. Who else do we have? Oh, yes, of course. How could I scroll through names and not mention Michael Fontaine?
Well, why would you say it like that? Michael Fontaine.
Because I didn't want to say it like this. This is Michael Fontaine.
You know, your pounds were off. Yeah, you got to get them like in sync with the syllables, not the vowels. So try it again.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, how does Michael Fontaine?
Yeah. Now slow it down, and you'll have it perfect.
Okay, hold on. One more time. The Michael Fontaine.
Yep. Now say it like he stole your sandwich.
Oh, okay. The Michael Fontaine, come back with my sandwich.
Except for that, you're just figuring out that he stole it, and it's like it's a question and a statement at the same time. I'm sure you can nail this.
Okay, I don't know.
Like a creeping it up, like Michael Font. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, Michael Fontaine. He stole my sandwich. Ah!
Exactly. Perfect. Thank you.
That last part was not. That was. I about spilled my drink. That's why I screamed.
All right. Well, did you get it all out of your system, though?
I think I did. I think that. I think Philifire is kind of tired of that. So yeah, we're good. We're good now, Philifire. We're good. We got it. We got it. So Hebrew got the beat. Got the beat. How's that song go? We got the beat.
Yeah. He's got the beat. He's got the beat. Yeah. He's got the beat. Huh?
Anyway, so we have some news for you guys. Some of you might have seen this on Dan's show the other night, but
well, what is this thing like? Is he sponsoring our channel or something? It's like every 2 minutes you're talking about Dan's show. Dan show, Schman show. Why do you keep bringing up Dan's show? This is the Hebrew and Saji Thursday night Thursdela show, my friend. This isn't no scary performance fizzy pop stuff going on over here.
Oh, but it could be.
Well, yeah, I guess it could be, but it's not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But the reason why I did mention the Dan show that one time just now.
Yeah.
Is because I kind of stole this from his show, but I kind of didn't.
Oh, okay. Well, what do you got, my friend?
I have something here. Apparently, we have flying cars now. We have flying cars because they are landing on top of rooftops, my friend, and getting stuck into those rooftops.
Well, I mean, I guess it was inevitable. If you're going to start flying cars, somebody's going to hit the rooftop. See who the first guy to hit the rooftop was.
Well, I guarantee he wasn't shouting out. Or maybe someone else was shouting out. But let's check it out. How about that?
All right, let's check it out.
Take a look at these pictures right here. Just really incredible. Homeowners in St. Louis County are assessing the damage after a car crashed right through the roof of their house. These pictures were posted by the Eureka Fire Department. This is a house on Thorntree.
Wait. The name of that town is Eureka?
Interesting.
Yeah.
So what did the guy say when he invented a flying car that flies in the houses? Eureka!
Yeah. I imagine the guy that crashed through the house had a few choice words to say about that. I bet the guy who owned the house had a few choice words when this happened.
Yeah, he probably did.
The people were sleeping in the very next room when that car came crashing through last night. Despite all the damage, though, just incredibly, no one in the car or in the house was injured.
Oh my God. Could you imagine just sleeping in your bedroom in your bed, and then all of a sudden you hear a big crash, and then you go check out what it was, and there's a car sticking through your hallway or whatever?
Yeah, I just imagined it.
Oh my gosh.
Whew. But yeah, does it sound like a good way to wake up at 3 a.m.? Not so much.
No, I don't think so.
Still under investigation, the actual cause of it. I've had neighbors saying that this is the second time a car has missed this turn and has ended up down this ditch. One of the other homes have had damage prior to this before.
You know what? So this is a reoccurring problem?
Yeah, apparently it is. And the thing is, though, here's the deal.
Here's the deal.
All right.
You know the deal.
Or the thing. Is it the thing? Here's the thing. Do you have the thing ready? Where's the thing at?
I have it big screen, my friend. I can't get to it.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, if anybody was to have died when one of these incidents occurs, they died from COVID. You know that, right?
Right. Yeah. That's what it'd be labeled.
Yeah. But if they had just recently had the VX scene, then it would just be totally a coincidence.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. All right, go ahead.
No, but they need to make a sign or something. Watch out for roofs, I guess.
Yeah, for sure.
Just incredible. Investigators say the car crashed through a fence and took out a couple of trees before hitting the house. Obviously got airborne there. There's no word yet on whether the driver could face any charges. But believe it or not, this is not the first time something like this has happened in the St. Louis area.
Oh, that explains it. St. Louis.
July of 2017, an SUV landed on the roof of a home on Lillian Avenue in St. Louis City. Just really incredible video to see again. Police say the driver was speeding.
Why is it that the newscasters, even more specifically the female newscasters, talk so like in that pitch, and that like it almost sounds like they're trying to halfway talk through their nose, like they just ate a whole bunch of really cold ice cream or something. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Today, he's reporting in from the lake that we see that there have been several types of injuries. You know, it's like she's like a human typewriter stating it. It's just so. I guess
you mean kind of like those videos you watch where the computer lady talks?
Yeah, it's a weird tone that she puts. You'll hear it. Just press play again. She's still doing it.
In this case, jumped the curb, causing the SUV to go airborne. The driver was trapped in the car on that roof for about an hour before firefighters were able to rescue him.
Okay, there we go. Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting.
But I'll tell you, man. So this isn't the first time this has happened. Why is this the first time we're hearing of this?
Good question. I don't know. Because I honestly have no idea. I mean, I've seen where cars have hit buildings before. It's not the first time I've ever seen that. But for it to be a flying car, now that's a whole different story.
Hey, we got the real Teresa in here. Apparently, she's got a new toilet seat. Cool. I hope it's not one of those wooden toilet seats. You know, I hate those. You know, you sit down to do your business, and then you're worried about your junk getting like a splinter in it or
splinter in it. Well, I would hope that they would sand the wood a little bit and put a protective coat on there. They wouldn't just go grab a sheet of hickory out of all the shingle pile, throw it there on the john, and make sure you put a couple thumbtacks on it, nail it down real good. Yeah.
No, man, I'm gonna tell you a story. Like when I was a kid, not a kid, but just a young man, let's say that. Then this one time, I was at this house and I had to go, take care of my business.
Oh, really? I thought you had to go take a shit.
Well, yeah, I was trying to put it in a nice way, for on the air.
Oh, it's like talking in code. I get it. All right. Go ahead.
But yeah, so I swear to God, it was a wooden toilet seat, but it had to been there for several years because it was like split it off, and it was all like almost to the point where you ever sit on a toilet seat that just felt broken, like there's a crack in it and stuff.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I'm with you. There was something. It wasn't. It was hanging on by a thread. You might say.
Yeah, and I was real worried about sitting on that. I'm telling you, wooden toilet seats, they may not give you splinters, but they're going to pinch your stuff.
It seems like that would be like the worst name for an Indian, though, wouldn't it?
What's that?
Wooden toilet seat. Give here, help me with the fire. I mean,
right.
I don't know. I digress.
So who do you think the real Teresa is?
I don't know. It's definitely not the fake Teresa, though.
Oh, well, that we know for sure. That we could say safely and soundly. Hopefully. So, hey, do you know what, Saji?
What's that?
I have some more videos here if people would like to watch them.
Oh, really? You have more videos, huh? Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, I know, right? First of all, let me get past this. This guy looks like Suso a lot. I thought he looked like Suso.
I shit you not. I'm riding my
and kind of sounds like Suso a little bit, even though we know it's not Suso. I just wanted to share this before I share the other stuff and see what you guys think. See if you guys think he looks like Suso. Okay, getting ready to row here. Can you see my screen?
So are you saying just because he's bald, wears glasses, and has slightly pointed ears that he looks like Suso? Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah.
All right. I just wanted to make sure that's exactly what. Okay, go ahead.
Except he doesn't have the cryptocurrency machine in the background, the mining machine.
Yeah, and if he's not trying to talk over all those fans running that damn machine, then this is not the real Suso, my friend.
But I did notice one thing. It does say Superman, like Superman. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. Here we go. Listen to him. Just the way he talks. Just listen to this. The story he tells. It really reminds you of a Suso type story that he would tell.
I shit you not. I'm riding my bike, right? And
well, first of all, there you go. Suso, 9 out of 10 of his stories start off with he was riding his bike. It's just you're off to a great start already.
Just go by her and she rolls up on me and she says, "Put on your mask. Put on your mask." I'm like, "No, lady, I'm not putting on my mask." And in Michigan right now, we don't have to wear masks. I never wear my mask anyways. So.
Tell me.
I love it how it's this conscious flow of thought, and I never wear my mask anyways. Why would I put it on now? Why such the preposterous thought, my friend?
Tell me this is not such a Suso thing to say.
Oh yeah, I could totally see how you can make the comparison.
Yeah. I just thought it was great. His manner when he puts his hand towards his mouth and stuff, like he's doing the miming. It just seems like such a Suso type thing to do. I want to show that just one more time. I think it was great. Just the part where he's like putting, it just, to me anyway, in my opinion, I don't know what our audience thinks.
And she rolls up on me and she says,
right there, like,
"Put on your mask. Put on your mask." No, lady, I'm not putting on my mask. And in Michigan right now, we don't have to wear masks. I never wear my mask anyways, so.
There you go. I don't know. I see the resemblance and the just the way he says things and stuff like that there, you know.
Totally dig it. I can totally dig it. We do have some comments here. Let me see what's going on.
All right. Oh yeah, talking about the toilet seat, I see.
Yeah, he said shifty seat.
I don't Rika, you Rika. Ah, that's funny.
I get it.
Oh man. Anyway, yeah, that's great stuff all the way around. So here's yet another video, if you will.
I think I will.
As soon as I can get to it here. Let's see.
Yeah, I guess I will. I said I will.
Here we go. Here's the next video.
On to the next, my friend.
On to the next. Now this is something that I would totally do, except, well, just watch.
When a southern dad sees some deer in his tomato plants.
Hey, down on here.
That would be totally me, except I wouldn't be hollering at the deer. I'd most likely probably, shoot it. I'd be like, oh, he's been eating tomatoes, so he's already got tomatoes in him. He's going to be one tasty deer, you know? Just saying. But I definitely talk like this guy. Like anytime there's a dog or cat in the yard or something like that, I do shout like that. I go, get on out of here. You going on out of here. You know? Is that just me or does anyone else talk like that?
It's just you.
Oh, okay. Eddie Van Koon says, want to see a video of a flying car? That's how he talks about it. He talks like Adam West sometimes, I swear. Want to see a video of a talking flying car? No, Hebrew. No, Hebrew. Just have onion and garlic. Belief?
Things people say when you should turn around.
Oh, I know. Do you know where she got that from?
Well, what? Say it again.
Just have onion and garlic breath. Do you remember the Chuck Norris video I made?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how you humanely kill a deer, you know. Just
yeah.
Well, that I'm not Chuck Norris though. It wouldn't work for me. That's Chuck Norris, you know.
Very true.
That's how he does that. Well, Eddie, here in a minute, let's get through some of these. We got a lot to share tonight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I saw one of those TikToks where the policeman came to the door and a little girl opens it and he says, Miss, we've got reports that your dog has been chasing people on bikes. And she goes, well, that's impossible because my dog doesn't ride bikes.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Do you have a Atari game card?
Now, this one is just, this next one here is just an old-timey commercial. And I don't think I ever remember seeing this commercial, but seems like I would have remembered all commercials, but here it is. See if any of you guys recognize this commercial. I definitely don't.
I can barely see it, but
Cartridges.
Oh, yes, the Atari display is right over there. May I help you?
Do I get a discount?
Oh, yes, sir. I didn't realize you belonged to Zodi's Video Game Club, and it's more than just a discount.
I never heard of Zodi's.
That's a negative 10-4 on Zodi's, my friend.
With Zodi's Video Game Club, you get discount coupons for cartridges, an ID card, monthly newsletter, guaranteed reservations on the newest cartridges, and best of all.
And after you buy 10 cartridges, the next one is free.
Come to Zodi's for details on our discount video game club.
It's probably a regional place. Like
Yeah.
Just in like a handful of states, not totally across the whole country. You know what I mean?
But now you get Atari cartridges pretty much for about 50 cents at a yard sale, you know? So, oh yeah, that's what Fellow Fire says. Probably just a regional thing, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, that looked like it was about that budget. It was big enough budget that it was more than, just 2 or 3 stores, but it wasn't Blockbuster Video by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, you could tell they were just hiring some high quality actors there, you know.
A Blockbuster Video would have had, somebody, semi-known at least playing the guy with the vest on.
Yeah.
It would have been like, what's the guy, the guy that does American Idol. But he's not the judge. He's the guy that's always talking to him. Like up there with the microphone.
Oh yeah, I don't know who you're talking about.
Oh well, anyway, that guy. He would be. He would be the guy selling all the tapes with the cartridges. Yeah, it'd be before he was famous, though. You know.
You're talking about Howie Mandel?
Well, no, but he's kind of like a Howie Mandel guy. But he's always like on the music. He's always the guy with the microphone in the music star's face.
Ryan Seacrest?
Yes, Ryan Seacrest. That's what I was trying to say.
That's what they're saying in chat. So
yeah, couldn't think of his name. I knew it sounds like a mix between a body soap and toothpaste, but I couldn't remember exactly.
Yeah, yeah. It always makes me think of toothpaste. But this next video we're about to watch, it's not so much a funny video. It's just kind of a strange video. Supposedly, let me set this one up. Supposedly, there's a strange entity that's been following this girl her whole life. And when she shows the video, I really don't see anything. And this is sort of like an audience participation thing.
So it's a strange entity, as opposed to like your normal, regular old entity that's perfectly normal. That's not one of those, right?
Right. No, it's not the normal everyday one.
Run-of-the-mill garden variety entity. This is a strange one. I understand now. Okay.
Okay. So no, this is like an audience participation thing. Before you and I say anything, let's see if they could spot it, because I sure didn't see anything when I saw this video. So let's see. I'm going to make it large, of course. Can you see that?
No, I don't see it. But I haven't. Should I go turn on a light or something? I mean, you're kind of freaking me out a little bit here, man.
Am I sharing my screen or not?
You're definitely not sharing your screen.
Oh, crap.
At least not from what I can tell.
Well, the entity doesn't want to be seen, perhaps. All right, here we go. That's it.
That's it.
All right, here we go.
I've had an entity follow me around since I was a child. Let me turn up the brightness.
I wish you'd turn down the sound. Jeez.
My sister sent me a picture of her braids. This was in the background. Tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing works. That's my room.
I don't see anything. I'm not seeing anything at all, but that weird sound though that she put in her video.
Yeah, it's like somebody dragging their knuckles across the guitar as if it was a chalkboard.
Yes.
I mean, you could faintly see, like, if you look at it, like when they have like the mask for the drama club, where like one's smiling and one's, and one's frowning or something like that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean,
you know what those faces look like?
Well, yeah, but I wasn't gonna.
That's what I kind of see, like in the shadows there. Those you see faces that kind of resemble those kind of faces a little bit.
You mean down here?
Like all throughout between it. Yeah, just like there are multiple ones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I don't know, 1, 2,
Oh.
3, 4, 5, 6. And they're all like in each like connected to each other. But that's what I see. Now, if that's what everybody else sees, let's see what chat says.
So I didn't see anything really, just pixelated.
Like there's a big one kind of distinct right there against the door. Like right there against like where the shadow meets the right there where your thing is. Yeah. You can't see the difference in the white and the black there?
Not really, no.
All right.
But let's see what chat's saying.
All right.
I do want to see what chat's saying now. Well, there weren't much
money. Something about the money.
Theater of Pain, Motley. She's talking about The Mask.
Oh, Motley. Okay. Theater of Pain. Okay, The Mask. Yeah, like the drama mask.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Motley Crew had a mask similar to that too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But I'm not really. I mean. Okay. Well.
I guess it's either you see it or you don't, man. Maybe your monitor just don't pick up on that distinction.
I guess not. Well, guess what, guys?
What?
I guess we'll just go ahead and move on to the next one.
Right.
I think this next one might be political. I'm not sure, which we haven't had one of those in a while. A political one, you know.
Yeah, a political one. Now, is it just like a regular old political one, or is it kind of strange political one?
No, this isn't a political one. I'm sorry. This is something that, and I know you're not, you don't want me to mention Scarab again, but he had this on his broadcast.
Nah, I mean, you can mention Scarab all you want. I just thought it would be fun to give you a hard time about it. That's all. I really, it's, I'm a fan of Scarab performance. There's no love lost here. Bring him up as much as you like.
I gotta tell you something. My daughter, one of her favorite things to watch is SpongeBob, and she used to watch a lot of those Nickelodeon kids shows, and the cartoons and whatnot have you. And now Nickelodeon has gotten super woke. Like it's gotten it's gotten to the point where those things are for little kids, for even toddlers, even, you know what I'm saying? And now they're trying to push an agenda, if you will, onto our kids. And well, here's we'll let this lady tell the whole thing. She could tell it better than I can. So
all right. Let's hear it. I mean, obviously you're preaching to the choir here, but it's always nice to see somebody else giving us some truth bombs. Let's check it out.
But here we go.
Have you seen what Nickelodeon is showing your children? Take a look. This is what they're pushing on our kids, along with that Blue's Clues song and the SpongeBob fiasco. You saw the way that video was made, right? Why do they want toddlers to be thinking about this stuff? They even threw in the Black Lives Matter symbol. So now we know it's an insidious agenda. So we can't just let kids be kids. Children have enough stuff to learn and that they're confused about. And now they're being grown 32 genders that they could be. Fine with teaching children that there's all types of people in the world. Just wait until you can even comprehend what we are talking about. Conservatives, if you are serious, we all need to speak up for what is right.
All right.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a tough sit through, man. Let me tell you. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first? Because I got plenty to say about that.
Oh, I figured you might, and I like when you have things to say about a particular topic. And I got to tell you, this blows my horns, man. This grinds my gears, if you will. This is one of those things where like she said, we gotta let kids. Why can't we let kids just be kids? They have enough growing pains growing up and stuff to learn about without having a kids TV show pushing all of this stuff onto them. You know what I mean? Like they know who they are. They know what they're, I mean, there's just, this is adult topics for adults. This isn't something that you enter into a kid's life. It's certainly nowhere near below the age of, teenagers. I mean, I don't even think it's appropriate for teenagers, but at least teenagers, understand what puberty is and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this to me is just borderline almost child abuse. It really is what they're trying to push on those kids. And they're teaching them that this is okay. And it's not that it has nothing to do with gayness or gay rights or anything like that. It's the fact that it's the same group teaching them this is okay. It's the same group that's trying to normalize pedophilia, saying that man and boy love is okay as well. You know what I'm saying? It's that same thing that I would put it in that same category. I don't want to get too deep into that topic because I don't know what YouTube's going to do to me or whatever, but to me, this is just wrong. This is overdoing it. So that's really all I have to say about that. Again, I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever. I don't care. But don't push it on to me or my kid, especially my kids. You know what I'm saying? Just don't try to be pushing it on them. That's my only concern about all of this. So I said my piece, and now I'll let you go ahead. And I know you probably got a lot to say about it as well. Go ahead.
All right. Yeah. Again, where do you start? I mean, there is like a fine line, I guess, between, promoting, diversity and acceptance and unity, of any sort, be it, any of cultural unity, race unity, you name it, unity, diversity, and all that stuff. It's great. It's great to overcome, those kind of things, right? But
Right.
then it's a fine line, though, when they're actually throwing putting it into a cringeworthy category where you feel like it's more of like they're doing some type of psychological programming to your children, and almost on a level of like you feel like you would see like in one of those CSI episodes where the guy's trying to groom the child to get them ready for their ritual or whatever the thing is, the nefarious plot that they got in store for the children. And it's just and the sad thing about it is, though, the big takeaway for me is that is just one example of one person pointing out one atrocity when and everybody makes a big deal out of that one thing to push, because even that in itself is tied to some political agenda or movement. So even that is kind of like a false rally, because there's tens of thousands of them every day on all kinds of shows. But what they do is they pick one atrocity out of one show. Everybody goes after it and cancels it and destroys that one. While they got that person pulled over, and every policeman in town searching that car, 17 more drug dealers just ran right through the red light. And all the products still got through. So it's like one of those things. Like, I get what they're trying to do, and it is important that we stay vigilant on being aware of it. But unfortunately, it's just a drop in the bucket compared to what needs to really happen, and that's the sad reality. But that's what I got to say. But yeah, good find though. Good find. Definitely a good find. And if somebody at least takes a moment to put together something like that for people to see, it's like it's got just enough of the realness in it that people get what's happening, but not being so much that they can hardly stand to look at it and turn away and then
Right.
don't do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I know we've kind of covered these topics before about stuff like this and just horrible stuff that's going on in the world and
Well, it's just so hard for certain people to talk about it and think about it that you have to you have to give them, like, you have to think of even that presentation in and of itself as a how can I psychologically get these people to understand without making it so our reality so harsh that they turn away, and then I get no support because they can't stand to bear the thought of it. People are weird like that.
yeah.
It's not. I'm not saying it's good or bad. It's just what it is.
There's the other thing that bothers me is the whole word pride. Like the whole pride thing is troubling to me too, because equality is one thing. Equality is fine. I'm all for equality. Equality is good. It's a good thing. But when you put pride on that word, it's no longer becomes equality so much as it becomes dominance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's dominating our system so much that it's taken over. It's like, I just saw an ad, like I was watching the baseball game the other day and they plugged Pride Day at the ballpark. I'm like, why are you plugging this for baseball? Most baseball fans are not that way in the first place. I'm not saying that there aren't any gay baseball fans, but even the gay people are saying, stop it. You know what I mean? I mean, that's just, they're taking it too far. They
Right.
really are. And
I mean, I get what you're saying. And here's the thing. I agree with you. On a certain aspect, I do think that there's a time and a place for every flavor of woke, no matter, and woke isn't going away, and I get that people need to be more culturally exposed. You need to understand and relate to cultures outside of your own more so than what we currently do as a collective and individually. And I agree with that. But then also you have where you're just making it.
well,
You're making it gratuitous. You're making it cringy. You're making it weird. Like I just can't sit and watch baseball with my dad and not have a pride moment. I mean, me and my dad don't want to have a pride moment right now. We want to watch baseball.
that's the thing. It's just entertainment. It's entertainment, escapism, and that's what Nickelodeon should be about. It should be about entertainment, and not just Nickelodeon, but all these other channels as well. And I mean, let me put it this way. What if, this is going to sound bad, but what if white people, like a group of white people came out and said, hey, we're going to have White Pride Day, or we're going to have white, which they've done that, I know. And that's why but it's like, how would they stand up to that? Because,
well, it doesn't. I mean, it's one of those things where you can't compare the orange with the apple because one is one and the other is the other. But I get what you're saying, and I guess and there's nothing wrong with having the month and having the culture having your awareness month to raise awareness to this. I get those kind of causes, but it gets to a point where it just becomes too much. It's like when you're painting a fence, or when you're painting the wall of a room, you still have to leave trim. You got to have something cut into the wall. It can't just all be that color that you paint the wall. And that's kind of like how the way they cover the topic is they just paint it all that color until you see nothing but that color or that message that they're trying to shove down your throat to a point where it just becomes ridiculous. I mean, I don't know. I feel
Well, it's
like
like
I'm.
we talked about the other day on my other channel when we're talking about the new He-Man series about them pushing the agenda down our throat about, like that guy said, your show doesn't have to have every color of the rainbow in it. You know what I'm saying? Like every show doesn't have to have.
I mean, but look at. I mean, that brings up the whole Skittles thing. You remember what we were
there you
talking
go.
about that?
Yeah, let's talk about Skittles. Yes.
Yeah. So they get that. You know, they're what is their slogan, my friend? What is the Skittles slogan?
Taste the rainbow.
All right. Well, guess what? It's Pride Month. They're all set, right? I mean, they're a freaking rainbow. They got the ultimate slogan. Well, what could go wrong? They got one job and they're ready to nail it. You would think they're gonna stick the landing on this one, right?
Yeah, you would think.
Yeah. Oh no. Have no fear, Mr. Savoir Faire. The marketing department couldn't have dropped it worse. So guess what they decided to do?
I know what it is, but I'll let you tell our audience.
The guy says, I don't know if he's smoking a doob or what, you know. I got it. For Pride, let's make all the Skittles white. We'll make them all white.
Oh.
So that we're all we're all the same, we're all equal. You know, and so they wrote Pride on the package. And then the little print it says white underneath. Yeah. And so Skittles comes out for Pride Month, white Pride. So the guy at Dollar General is making the sign for the tub. He's like, well, they're white and there's Pride on it. He writes white Pride. So here come in the shoppers. What are these white Pride Skittles?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. I think his brains must have took a vacation that week when he wrote that slogan.
Oh yeah.
Or came up with the concept, I should say.
Yeah, this was just last week. It went buzz on Twitter. I mean, people reacted real fast.
Yeah, could you imagine being in that corporate pitch meeting for that and just be that guy? And then but the thing is, the guy came up with the crazy idea, but everyone approved it.
Yeah, it made it past. It got the rubber stamp of approval. And once it hit the internet, that's when everybody started. The backlash started. And here's how they solved it. They changed them to gray.
Oh boy.
They had 1 month where the rainbow was trendy, and on that 1 month they don't have a freaking rainbow.
I know.
I mean,
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. That'd be like having Black History Month and changing all the black jelly beans to green ones. You know?
That'd be like running a fireworks store and being closed 2 weeks before 4th of July.
Yeah, that's what it would be. Yeah.
Yeah. On those days, I'm just selling matches.
Right.
Oh man. So you know the ransomware has been all over the news lately. I'm sure you've heard more about it, or you know what I'm talking about, the whole Colonial Pipeline and then the meat packers.
Yeah, I do have a story about a pipeline, but go ahead.
Well, anyway, I got to thinking about the whole ransomware thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's extortion, right? I mean, basically, and from what I understand, it's not so much as to whether or not your business has been infected or not. It's a matter of whether or not when they get around to you on the list, and say, okay, let's fuck with the air conditioning duct guys this week. We'll just go ahead and shut their system down, because the spyware is already, the ransomware is already there. They just gotta activate it when they're ready. Because they can only take on so many accounts at a time. They have to schedule them all in. All right. So basically, it's an ongoing thing. It happens all the time. They screwed up the other day when they did the pipeline, and they realized the error of their ways. They drew too much attention to themselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like in the what's the movie with Keanu Reeves where he's killing everybody because they killed his puppy,
Keanu Reeves. Oh yeah, Keanu Reeves. Yeah, John Wick.
Yeah. He accidentally killed John Wick's dog, the Russian mafia son guy. The Russian mafia son guy's phone rang. Oh, you in blood. You destroyed the colonial pipeline. Your dad is really pissed off. He'll be there on Tuesday. Oh shit.
Yeah.
How terrible.
Kind of reminds me of that movie I saw not too long ago. It's called The Nobody.
Right. All right. So then, okay. So now, okay. Now imagine that. Okay, we got the. You get your passport now, right? There, you can have your normal life back, and all you got to do is go get the jab, get the stick, get the sting, get the plug. That's all you got to do. Isn't that pretty much almost the same thing? They're holding it over your head. You can have your life back if you and $1,000 and being in a lottery, and we'll give you a free coffee and a hamburger and a $50 gift certificate and a new wardrobe and month off of your. Well, just what do you want, man? We'll give it to you.
Yeah, there was a video. I don't know if you saw that video or not. The guy eating hamburgers right in front of everyone.
Yeah.
And the fries, and he's like, "Yeah, you get this free hamburger and fries. You get the jab." You know what I mean?
But basically, bottom line is you can't come out. You can't have your normal life back until you agree until you pay this ransom, which is the jab. It's the same thing. It's the same psychological operation, my friend.
Mm-hmm.
I know I've ranted, so I'm gonna digress now and pass it back to you.
Well, I actually have some more videos to show. These are funnier. These are funny. They don't have meaning behind them or anything. So we'll get past those. But I do have a story on the pipeline, and it's a readable story if you feel like reading tonight. But we'll get to that in just a little while. I wanted to show this TikTok video. There's a TikTok video. Well, there's a few of them I have on here, as you may notice. This one's kind of political, but it's also funny. It's funny. So here we go. I'll play this. I don't know how funny it is to you guys. Hopefully you guys will get a kick out of it as I did. Here we go. Okay. Are you ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
All right, here we go.
That reminded me of Jim Carrey when he was trying to tell a lie in Liar Liar.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that's funny you should say that because Jim Carrey actually played the part of Biden on Saturday Night Live for a while.
Yeah.
If you recall. But that did make a lot more sense than anything he'd ever said. I will say that.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So there's that one. Let's see here. I think I got one more. Oh, this is the most advanced microwave in human history. One second. It actually almost looks like a DVD player or something. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. I know I've never seen a microwave like this before in my life, and I don't know if anyone in chat has seen a microwave like this before in their life, but I'm going to share it now. You've seen it for the first time here on Thursdela Thursday. Nowhere else. Just saying. Okay, here we go.
So you take an Oreo and you stick it in the microwave.
Am I just really poor? I've never even seen one. What kind of fucking microwave was that?
Yeah, that's my sentiments exactly. Now look, if you look, there's a lot going on here. First of all, she's got a parrot on her shoulder. I mean, we're not going to gloss past all that. And then I've never seen Oreos in a package like this. Like they're usually,
Well, this isn't the real video. It's a parody. Never mind. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, they're usually just in that flat package. This looks more like something the Girl Scouts would sell you.
Right. Okay. I'm with you.
And then you got this microwave.
So you take an Oreo and you stick it in the microwave.
Like, what the fuck kind of microwave is this?
I don't know. Let's see it.
Look, it looks like a CD tray or something.
Yeah. I don't know. That's not the kind of microwave I have.
That's the kind of microwave you have?
No, it's not the kind of microwave I have.
I was going to say.
I got the newer model. Hers is so outdated. She's got to press the button. I just think it and it microwaves it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those do not look like Oreos. I mean, they do when they're in the package, but when she places the Oreo down, take a look.
Oreo, and you stick it in the microwave.
Oh, I guess it does. The fuck? That was my reaction. See the way the ladies kind of look in there? That was my reaction exactly.
I mean, and what recipe ever does somebody make where they take one Oreo, put it on a plate, and stick it in a microwave? What are you going to make out of one freaking Oreo? I mean, who are you feeding, a 2-year-old? I mean, there's no way one Oreo is going to satisfy any recipe for anything, for anybody, anywhere.
That girl was pretty thin.
Yeah,
the first one.
So is her microwave, but
yeah, true. I got another question. How do you fit like literally anything else in that microwave? I mean, you could probably fit like maybe hot dogs, maybe
I don't know,
a sandwich, I guess.
Pizza. You could put a whole pizza in it. It had a big tray.
I guess so, but like if you got a big bowl,
but could you put a turkey in there? I don't know about that.
I don't think unless you maybe flattened it. I don't know.
But who puts a turkey in the microwave anyway? So
yeah, I don't know. You, you do, Saji. That's who.
Oh yeah. Well, it was just that one time, and I didn't think anybody knew about it. So let's move on.
Let's move on. Okay. Yeah, but the way I make my sandwiches, though, they ain't going in that microwave. No way. Just saying. Anyway, so I think we have one or two more here. I think two more. Now, this next one does have music in it, and it is copyright music, but I don't know. It's only like not even 30 seconds long, so good luck to us, I guess. I'm going to go ahead and play it because it does kind of go along with the video, and without it, the video just looks dumb. So I guess I'll just get a copyright claim, but here we go. This is funny, by the way. And it says up there in the captioning, all I see is Angus from AC/DC. Oh boy, that was hilarious. I'm going to play it again, but without the music this time. It won't have the same effect, but look at this kid, this toddler. No, it definitely doesn't have the same effect. Oh boy. Who comes up with this stuff? Who knows? You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you're saying.
Oh man. But you have to go back and when this broadcast ends, go back and rewatch that with the music, because that's the only way you're going to get the full effect is with the music. Yeah. Let's see. Fellow Fire says, yeah, baby Angus. Rock on, little dude. Oh man, funny stuff, brother. Okay, let's see here. We've got this one's kind of cute. This is on the cute level scale of 1 to 10. I'd say it'd be a 10. So just everyone, just a little warning here. There's an overload of cuteness about to take place here. Just saying.
Uh-oh.
Second.
Cuteness alert. Go ahead.
All right, here we go. And this is the last one, by the way. So we will move on to that, that topic you wanted to talk about. So here we go. And action. Oh, it paused. Oop.
Bless you. You're so cute.
I have to play that one again, actually, because it was like it's too short.
Bless you. You're so cute.
I noticed in the captioning up above it said, "I don't want a baby. I don't want a baby. I don't want a baby." So there you go. What'd you think?
I think that that was the cutest sneeze ever.
There you go. And I wonder what say that was 2 babies right there in a row, one with a rock and roll baby and one with a sneezy baby. There you go. So anyway, we do have some importance to talk about. I know you want to talk about that one thing, but before we get to that, I do have something that appeared in the news. And it's funny because you know how CNN and places like that, they like to put spins on things. They like to.
You mean the lamestream media?
Yes, the lamestream media, exactly. I think I sent it to Shifty Sunday, but I can't find it. Let's see here. I think I might put it on before your. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I missed a couple things, but I think I'll put that on. I'll do that beforehand. I mean, after the show. Not after the show, but let's see here. You were talking about the pipeline earlier, and we have an article here. Let me go ahead and get rid of all these other tabs. And I just love the way they put a spin on this, as though, no, I'm not going to allow your site to do anything. Get away from here. So here we go. I'll put this on, and I'll read the headlines here. It says, developer pulls the plug on Keystone XL oil pipeline. Well, first of all, no, he didn't.
When President Biden
second of all,
the construction permit of the Keystone XL pipe.
There is a video there. I will play that, and then we'll read the article. They act as though it was the guy's decision. They act as though it was his decision to pull the plug, when in fact, one of the things Biden did first day in office was to sign a consecutive order putting a stop to the pipeline, as you recall.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and play this video.
Pipeline environmentalists celebrated. 1,500 miles from Washington, in Murdo, South Dakota, population 444. Jeff Berklin had a different reaction.
How did you feel? Like it got kicked in the stomach, honestly. I didn't feel good at all.
He's the CEO of a tiny electric cooperative with a big opportunity, building 2 substations providing power to 2 of the pipeline's pumping stations.
And each one of those would generate how much financially for you?
Roughly $500,000 a month.
This for a company that has only seen 99 new customers in 30 years. The profits would have all gone back to the co-op's 3,700 members.
Roughly, our members on average would have received about a $325 credit annually. That would be theirs.
Additionally, he says tens of thousands of tax dollars.
So there you go. There's what one of Biden's bright decisions. There's one of the effects. You know how they say there's an action for every opposite and whatever you call it.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, my friend.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks for correcting me on that, because I was totally screwing that up. I'll admit that. But yeah, there you go. There's our president in action for his actions causing these actions.
Would have trickled down to the local school district and its 190 students.
Oh, but no, we wouldn't want that. Not at all. We wouldn't want our schools to have any kind of funding. That would just be horrible.
But all that vanished with the stroke of a presidential pen.
They say the pen is mightier than the sword, my friend. He murdered all of those people's jobs, basically.
In Philip, South Dakota, population 779, Tricia Burns and her husband had just invested their own money expanding Ignite, a fitness center, hoping to make a little
I need to get me one of them fitness centers,
extra from the pipeline workers coming to town.
So, the old saying, you got to make hay when the sun shines. And we felt like the sun was going to be shining and we needed to take advantage of that.
She watched Biden's inauguration on television.
And then the executive order started coming in. And when he signed the bill to pull the permit, it was a tough moment here at Ignite.
By midnight, she says, 45 members had called to cancel memberships.
In a big city, that doesn't matter. Here, that's over half of our memberships. Here, that.
Not to mention, I'm sure COVID didn't help their situation either.
That's $3,000 in recurring monthly income. That matters.
The town of Philip also saw benefits. TC Energy, the pipeline's owner, contributed money towards a new fire truck, new sidewalks, even local sports. Construction crews spent money at local stores. Biden's opposition to the project wasn't a surprise. How fast everything stopped was.
Everything had been signed, sealed, delivered, and that was all taken away in an instant.
TC Energy estimates nearly 1,000 employees have been laid off.
There's all this money invested into this and all these jobs that people are basically promised.
I'm surprised CNN is reporting on this. You would think they would. You would think they wouldn't even, as far right as they are, or as far left as they are. You would think they'd be like, oh no, that's wrong information. That didn't happen. It wasn't Biden's fault that all this happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good point. It is, especially in doing it as in depth and going so far as the show, people actually crying and how it affected their lives. I mean, I get that it's meant to be that kind of a piece, but still, I mean, for it to be on CNN, that is unexpected.
But do you think they're going to say anything in Trump's favor, though?
Yeah, I mean, no, I mean, and they're not harping on. I mean, they're pointing out the fact of how quickly it all transpired, and I get that. And it is amazing how fast. I mean, unequivocally, everything just changes. In just like Dana snapping his fingers. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then the president can just sign an executive order and shut it all down.
No one we talked to seems to know what comes next. TC Energy hasn't replied to our request for comment, but has said it was disappointed by President Biden's decision. Environmentalists had argued the pipeline and the oil would have added to climate change and feared damage to water and wildlife where the pipeline went through.
Sure.
But stopping the pipeline has problems of its own, like what happens to the land that was already bought.
Another concern.
All of that was bought and paid for. It was all paid for.
What do you do with all this stuff? Pipeline assets are spread across hundreds of miles. Much of it now just stranded.
Pumping stations, construction camps, and piles of pipe sit vacant and marooned. Many here saw the pipeline as a chance to do better. Now its remnants litter the landscape, haunting reminders of what might have been.
Joins us now from South Dakota.
All right, I think that's all we're gonna watch of that.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing with this, man. It's the executive orders that are screwing it all up. The executive orders aren't meant to be the way that they're being used. Basically, what politics is kind of is went down to like the least common denominator of politicking is this executive order. And so like Trump comes in, he signs off on the pipeline with an executive order. They order all the thing, they hire all the guys, they open in the fitness clubs, towns are thriving, everybody signed, sealed, and delivered, just like she said, or so they thought, right? And then the next president, the next presidential election comes, and oh no, the guy that implemented the pipe was for it. The next guy is against it, just for being against its sake, because that's what the last guy did. So he's got to shut it down. He can't have the last guy looking good with his successful pipeline thing still happening, And so now 4 years later, Trump or the next guy gets in. Oh, let's resume the pipeline, and they're going to start it all up again. And there's going to be a race to see how much they can get done in 4 years. But they're doing the same thing with our healthcare system, with our school funding, with everything now. It's all like they start a project based off of these signed executive orders instead of it, running through and being our nation's through a congressional state where it gets put in to a nonpartisan thing where it's just the continuity of our government. We can count on every day waking up and this being what we have. We started a pipeline. We're going to finish the pipeline. Whether the next guy's a Democrat or a Republican won't make a difference. We can wake up every day and know that this decision's been made, it's set, and we're going to do it. It's not on the whim of the next guy's agenda. And that's really what you're seeing it become more and more and more of. And that's just a classic, a great example, or I should say the poster child for how bad it's really gotten.
Absolutely. And well said, my friend. I couldn't have said it any better myself, even if I tried. You added very intelligently and very you added it very well. Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm done now. So
okay.
If you want to hear it again, you got to rewind that shit.
Yeah, yeah. You're not going to repeat yourself. I understand. Speaking of, and let's move on to a new thing here. Here's something I kind of set up in retaliation to all of that, sort of. And if you're going to have a sort of retaliation video, why not use something that's easy on the eyes for a retaliation video, I always say. So here you go. Here's a message for good old Biden, who wants to shut down pipelines and defund the fire departments and defund the police and not allow schools to have their proper funding and kill thousands and thousands of jobs. Here you go.
Democrats went down to Georgia, Wisconsin, Michigan, Nevada, Arizona, and PA looking for votes to steal. With Biden and the Vine being way behind with the devil, they made a deal. And when they came across this great man winning the election by a lot,
Go ahead,
he
by
said,
a lot.
47 years, it's very clear, Joe, you ain't done diddly squat. Joe put on a lid, then went in ahead and kept his gaff trap shut. He never jumped up on a campaign stump. Boy, let me tell you what, Dems didn't care. They made a dare, an evil plan to screw once again our president and attempted another coup. Joe said, Donald Trump, you think you're good, but give old Joe his due. I'll bet Chinese gold against the country so that I get more votes than you. Trump said, I'm the president and you ain't playing straight. And I'll take your bet you're gonna regret. I'm gonna make America great again. Donnie, rally up your base, your lawyers and bodyguards. Cause hell's broke loose with the voting. Maybe it's hammer, maybe scorecard. If you win, you'll get to send to jail, quid pro Joe. So you can't lose or socialists take control.
There you go. A good message and ain't bad to look at, I always say.
Yeah, I'm going to reserve my judgment because I can't 100% say for sure that was a female or a male or what. So yeah, yeah. I'm just saying there was a heavy jawline there, and there was like a ridge on his nose that I can see like the Marines in a John Wayne movie having to defend it.
Wow.
So yeah.
Okay.
But I digress. So,
but now the next one does kind of look a little mannish in a way. So I will, but you'll probably think it looks 100% female.
I think I'm just going to keep my that opinion reserved. I'm not going to comment going forward. I'm going to just keep that out of the equation. I'm just going to assume that it's a mystery no matter who it is if they're on TikTok.
Well, no, I didn't see like a manly jawline or anything like that on that last one. Unless I need a new pair of glasses or something.
Well, maybe you were just deceived by the heavy eyeliner, my friend.
I guess so. I don't know. But anyway, this one to me, I can't tell. I think she does. I said it. I think he or she does kind of look a little bit like a man in a way, but you might have a different opinion, but who cares? It doesn't matter because it's a good song anyway, by golly. Or at least I think it is.
Calling this the Chinese virus.
Waiting at the club and the new jam comes on. So I'm going to rewind that just a little bit.
Calling this the Chinese virus. Calling this the Chinese virus. Calling this the Chinese. Calling this the Chinese. Calling this the Chinese virus.
It's not racist at all. No, not at all. It comes from China.
It comes from China.
China. It comes from China. China.
There you go. It's not racist at all because it comes from China.
China.
That's right. So give me. Oh, you said you're not going to give any more thoughts as to the sex or gender of the person. That's what you said. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's a slippery slope when you just you're just going down that road in general especially when you're watching TikTok videos, because it's always a toss up really as to who and what you may get. You know, the whole box of chocolate things is like such an underrated slogan for that channel.
Who knows? That last one could have been Dan's face superimposed over a woman. You know?
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Maybe Lotar might have made that video. Aunt Larry. Yeah. Okay, let me read Philo Fire's comment here. Yes, there are features that are typically classified as being either masculine or feminine. Doesn't mean everything. Must be careful not to get too far into the transvestigation craziness. Yes, I agree with that, Philo Fire. I agree. But anyway, moving on tonight, Saji. I think this is the part you've all been waiting for. Are you ready there? Hello?
Sorry, I was looking at something else. I was thinking about sharing one of those remix brothers songs. You know, like how they always do, like the remix songs, like the Joe Biden. It's the thing, you know.
Oh yeah.
And I got anyway, they got a couple new ones, but they're not that good, I guess. I just went and revisited to see what they had out, and I mean, they got one of Kamala's Laugh, which is kind of funny. Do you want to see that one?
I like heart shape for jaws and cheekbones. Huh?
The Kamala Harris Laugh. They make fun of that.
Yeah. Sure.
Would you like to see that one? Okay.
We could do that.
All right. I'll send it to you in Hangouts.
All right.
All right.
Let me get over to Hangouts right quick.
I mean, it's kind of funny. It's catchy. And again, they put Kenneth Copeland in it. I don't know what's this deal, why they always got to have him in the video, but
they have a love affair with Kenneth Copeland, you might say.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's what are these guys called again?
They're called the Remix something now, Remix Brothers or something.
All right, well, let's check these dudes out. And
you landed haymakers on Joe Biden. How do you go from being such a passionate opponent?
It was a debate.
Considered the most liberal United States senator. Somebody said that in actually it was Mike Pence on a debate stage. Well,
Kamala with the laugh. That's so funny. She kept laughing. Is there something wrong with her too? So maybe as I go back to president.
there he is.
Is there something wrong with her? She kept laughing. The media said,
All right, we'll stick a fork in me because I'm done.
Yeah, I know, right? I feel like that video makes you a little bit crazy just having watched it. I feel a little psychotic all of a sudden just having to sit through that. Yeah, but I tell you what, she definitely has a unique laugh, and I will never miss it. No matter where I hear it in public, I will know that was Kamala Harris laughing.
Well, I'll tell you what, if they ever need a replacement for Joaquin Phoenix in the next Joker movie, I'm sure they'll give her a call.
Mm-hmm. But those guys do a good job with those little projects they make. But just they're hit or miss with me though, as far as really being funny, you know.
Oh yeah. Same here. I mean, it was okay. It wasn't gut splitting or anything.
Right, yeah. I wouldn't want to hear the extended version, that's for sure. The 8-minute-long version, yeah, with extended laugh footage. No thanks. I'll take the radio version, please.
But here's the deal. So you have this thing.
Well, what do you mean? This? Oh, you want to do that tonight? I thought we would save that for Shifty Sunday.
Oh no, you have.
You know the thing.
We still have about 30 or 4 minutes, my friend.
Yeah, but I'd like to have armor on when we talk about this, hopefully.
Oh, about the... Okay. Well...
Yeah, I think it'd be better if we had armor with this, because I have a feeling that would make for... He would bring something to the table with that.
All right. So here we go. I have something... there was something else. Let's see here. So we're not going to talk about... Okay, I have it up, but I'll take it back down. It's okay.
Yeah, I want to run it past armor. Let's see if we can get him on a Shifty Sunday and include him on that one.
Shoot, I had a whole thing. I was going to talk about that thing when you talked about the thing, but that's okay.
You can still do it when we do it, though, right?
No problem. Let's see here. Then there's something else. We talked about that already. We talked about the pipeline. Speaking of Kamala Harris, I actually saw something on Kamala Harris, which was kind of funny, but kind of bizarre at the same time. There was a video going around. I think you've seen it. I've shown it to you. I think I might have sent it to Hangouts. I don't know.
I got something I wanted to bring up. I don't really have anything like a link to give you or anything, but I'm sure you could look it up if you wanted to.
Oh, no, that's okay. If you got it in front of you, go ahead.
Well, no, I'm just going to talk about it.
Sure. We can talk about it.
On Pluto TV, I've been seeing ads for, I think it's Vivian. I can't remember the name of the company now, but basically, long story short, they offer to make a clone of your pet. So that you bring your pet in and they capture a DNA swab of your pet, and then later you can order the clone. Like if the pet dies, down the road, and you want old Charlie back, you could just say, "Send me a new Charlie," and they'll start the replication process, and they'll send you a duplicate Fido, just like good old Fido that you used to have. It'll be a DNA copy of what you had before, but you have to retrain them, and you also have to potty train them again and teach them how to hunt and all that kind of stuff. But it'll be the same dog pretty much. What do you think about that?
Well, there's actually a hold on, I'm looking it up right now. There's actually an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie which kind of covers this a little bit. It takes place into the future, where there is an organization where they do clone your pet. It's called Clone a Pet or something like that. I forget what it's called, but
yeah, it's probably from like one of those Total Recall movies or something, isn't it?
You clone a pet. I'm looking it up now. Give me one. The Sixth Day is the name of the movie, and it actually came out in the year 2000.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, my point is, are you comfortable with that technology even existing? I mean, who's to say that if they can do the pet, what's to keep there from being a black market for children, for love, for your wife, for your husband?
That was the whole point of that movie. Is like they went from pets to cloning humans, and when they started cloning the humans, they would replace the original human. Like, let's say that human didn't die. Let's say like a human fell off a cliff and survived, but they think that he died, or he was missing in action in the war or something, and he survived, and then he came back. But he came back, and there's his clone took his place, just regular old him taking his place. And they had an organization kind of like the Men in Black that would come in. If that guy was still alive and they had already replaced the clone, they'd have to come in and kill the guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it just goes to show you sort of like a moral to the story. And I'd have to say I'm totally against this because, number one, that pet is not going to be exactly like your pet. It's not going to have the same memories. It's not going to have the same personality, probably. It's
It's
not
a
going
new.
to.
Will it even have a soul?
That's the problem. Also, is like, you're looking at basically a pet cemetery scenario in my mind.
Right. And it's a and how much degradation is there in all of those things, in its consciousness, in its soul, in its moral compass. I mean, whenever you make a copy of something, a bit of the original is lost, right?
Oh yeah.
It's ever so faintly, and you make a copy of that copy, and then a copy of that copy. You see how this eventually you get you're getting a subpar product that resembles the premium product, but it isn't the premium product anymore. And you're crossing lines that shouldn't be crossed, and yeah, it's a scary thought when you start thinking about them because there's going to be a black market, right? Because you're not going to be the moral people are going to ruin it for everybody in the sense that, like, as bad as abortion is, it's better to have it legal than to have people doing illegal abortions because that was way worse, right? Uh, it's like the black market's going to be worse. You're going to get subpar clones. You see what I mean? It's not going to be the top quality exact duplicate version. I don't know. It just seems like it's a horror story in the making, is what I'm trying to
I
say.
think you're going to end up with an evil pet, like it's going to turn on you or something, and then next thing you know, that pet bites you, and then you turn into like a zombie, and then you bite someone else, and they turn into a zombie, and then that person bites the other person. The next thing you know, boom, zombie apocalypse, baby.
Yeah.
That's what I think about that whole situation. Not only that, but on a serious note, to me, the whole idea of cloning is just an abomination, and it's kind of going against everything God is for,
Yeah, it's a scary thought. And then, I mean, and then of course, they're going to, and then the next thing you know, it's going to be like Harry Potter, where like you pick the AI picks your house based off of your DNA. Like, instead of what school you're going to go to, it's going to, you're going to be DNA modified and genetically produced just for those tasks. They'll make you a really smart guy who's good at math and numbers and algorithms, and you're going to work in the IT department. They'll build some really strong, muscular guys that have limited capacity for knowledge to work in the quarry, right? That's what I see. That's how they're going to design people in the future. I see that's the way it's going down.
Yeah, it's just, to me, it's not a good idea in general, and it's kind of scary knowing that we even have that technology, that it even exists. Now, I knew for a long time that we did have cloning technology, but for them to take it to that level, to me, just goes way beyond the morality of human understanding,
Mm-hmm.
And as I mentioned before, it's not going to be the same pet. It's not going to have the same personality. And like you said, you're going to have to teach it, retrain it all. Well, what's the point of having that? If you want a pet, just go down to get you a new pet.
Yeah. Go get you another. If you like that breed of dog, you can get another dog that breed. It don't have to be a duplicate of Rex. It don't have to be Rex 2.0.
Yeah. Now I have something here. I was trying to find like a funny video of this, but it's like Kamala Harris, and Kamala and By the way, why is Kamala handling all of the presidential stuff? Like, she is going on the road and she's handling everything that you think like a normal president would handle. Like, remember when Trump was president and he actually went to all these places and gave his great speeches and he would visit them himself. You know, very rarely did you ever see Pence actually handling any of this stuff. It was always Trump. He handled it on the first served basis, basically. He was the people's president. Now you have Biden basically hiding in his closet, playing with his train set, while Kamala Harris does all of the work.
Well, I mean, he does have to take a lid early. You know, he's he got to get his warm milk in a sippy cup. But I know what you're saying.
It's just weird to me. It really is. It's strange.
Mm.
But here's a Kamala Harris clip. This is about that whole thing that was going down in Guatemala, I do believe. So this is a video. I'm not going to show the whole video, but just enough to where our audience gets the point. So here we go. Am I sharing?
Yes.
Okay.
Some choice words for the tens of thousands of Central Americans seeking asylum.
I want to be clear to folks in this region who are thinking about making that dangerous trek to the United States-Mexico border. Do not come.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez responded quickly to Kamala Harris.
Let's hear what Cortez has to say. Oh my goodness, this ought to be good.
On Twitter.com. This is disappointing to see. First, seeking asylum at any U.S. border is a 100% legal method of arrival. Second, the U.S. spent decades contributing to regime change and destabilization in Latin America. We can't help set someone's house on fire and then blame them for fleeing. Let's pick up on that last point for a moment before we go to the media reaction to Kamala Harris's response as compared to how they respond.
Oh my gosh. How many times did Cortez belittle Trump, or how many times did she criticize Trump for him trying to secure our borders and do basically the exact same thing that she's doing, except, you know, he actually was doing something. He actually kept illegal immigration at bay. I mean, he actually built a wall and all this stuff. How many times did Cortez get on to him basically for saying the exact, but no, when he was president, oh, Kamala Harris is just such a wonderful person and Biden's such a wonderful human being and Trump should not say or do such awful things. No, he's just horrible person. Oh my God. And now all of a sudden now Kamala, who was against all this, is saying the same exact thing.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. It's I guess two sides of the same coin. I mean, go back and you look at Trump, right? He got elected. One of his big things he ran on was the border, building the wall. I mean, you'd go into a chat room on YouTube and you would see almost as if everybody was like, was up to date on the latest version of their programming. You would see build the wall, all caps,
Right.
Exclamation marks. I mean, it was a thing. It was happening, and he secured the border. I mean, he and the Democrats hated him the whole way for it. I mean, he took a lot of riff for it. He had to come up with creative ways to pay for it, but hell or high water, he was going to have his wall, and he got as much of it done as I think he possibly could. And as controversial as the subject was or wasn't, he handled it. He handled the border crisis. The border was for the most part under control. I mean, not that we still didn't have issues, but it wasn't his disaster. He handled it. He had a plan, and the plan was in action. And no sooner than they found out Biden got elected, just like I said before, they started packing their suitcases and started their way up because they knew he was going to open everything wide up, and now we have too much of an influx. It's became his crisis. Biden, this is Biden's crisis, and really, it didn't have to be. It was already resolved. If he would have just left everything the way it was, he could have moved on to bigger and better things, and not had this terrible thorn in his Achilles heel. And it's really the making of his own demise, because he could have just left it alone. And but again, he had to go and undo what the other guy did just for going against its sake. Not, if it's fine enough, leave it alone. The continuity then is again the issue here. It's just, you can't just do the opposite of what the other guy did just because you want to do the opposite of what the other guy did. If it don't make sense, it don't make sense. And that's the part that seems to be missing in this big equation,
And that's why we don't have progress when we go from president to president. And not just in this circumstance, but in every election. It seems like we get a president who's starting to make progress and starting to make do on his words. And then all of a sudden the next guy gets in and just because, I didn't like that guy, so I'm just going to do the opposite of everything that guy did. And I'm going to undo everything that he did and change things to where they're all screwed up again. Then the next guy's got to get in there and just undo what that guy did and try to make progress. And, I know there's a lot of hate for Trump and everything, but by golly, when he said he was going to do something, he came in and made good on almost every one of his promises and did what he said what he's going to do. But then all of a sudden this guy comes along, and I don't really even blame him so much as it is the people behind him, the people who are pulling the strings, so to speak, the people who put him in office to begin with. I'm not going to get into all that, but it's like they just say, okay, we're just going to undo everything he did, and plus we're just going to do the exact opposite of what he did. And whatever he did that we do agree with, we're going to take credit for that. We're going to take credit for all his accomplishments. As much as I am against the vaccine, he was the one that got the vaccine rolling along and got it going. And then Biden comes in right behind him and goes, oh no, that was my idea. It's like, dude, are you even serious right now? You're going to take credit for that? Okay, fine, take credit for that. But Jesus Christ, man, it's just been so, it's just so crazy when you think about someone coming in and making so much. Like, we were getting there. We were making so much progress with everything, jobs, border security, the virus, everything. And these guys come in. I don't know. It's all a mess. Like you said, they put thorns into their own side. It's like they chopped off their own noses to spite their faces. That's all I got to say about that.
No, I mean, I think we said all there is to say. We definitely we did our in-depth analysis, my friend.
We did our in-depth analysis and then some. Boy, I tell you, what a fabulous night it's been tonight on Thursdela Thursday, man. I haven't had this much real talk in such a long time. It feels like, we slipped up here lately, but I think we're back now. We're getting slowly but surely, we're starting to get our groove back. And I think our next broadcast, we're going to try to get back on track with Shifty Sunday and Taco Tuesday again soon. It's just a matter of time.
You see this blue wrench right here?
Blue wrench.
Yeah, right here in my hand. I got it right here. See it?
Yeah.
I'm going to take off the training wheels, and we're going to have to ride this bike on and balance it, my friend.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a good idea. Do it as soon as possible.
Well, I want to do it on our next show.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's about time. I got sick and tired of sending in Mr. Mike Lindell to take your place all the time.
Yeah, I'm sure that Head of Silverhawks is probably wishing that somebody would give him a call too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, Boston Silverhawks is going to be sad now that we're going to be back on track because he was so happy to do those announcements. Like he was always almost looking forward to them.
Yeah, I know. He's probably going to get really sad and depressed.
Yeah.
Will he be sad? Yeah. Will he be depressed? Yeah. Is it going to suck to be him? No.
Oh man, that's great. Great, my man. Well, hey, another thing we're going to start doing is having call-ins again. I'm sure people miss that.
Okay, yeah.
It's good to have audience participation. I think we might do that on Tuesdays, my friend.
Okay. Tuesdays, you say?
Well, I think so.
I'll pencil it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I've just got to get a better calling system. I think I mentioned that on a live stream a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, somewhere to that effect.
Mm-hmm.
But, geez, Louise, I think we covered everything we're going to cover tonight, my friend.
Oh yeah, the astronomical department wanted us to put out an announcement. They need somebody to come in on Thursday morning and clean ashtrays.
Oh man. Well, you know what? I got my sword. I mean, I could stab cigarette butts with my sword, put them in the waste cans, whatever's on the floor. I mean,
All right. Well, that's all I got. I want to thank everybody who's tuning in, who may be tuning in later. The person who has to chop all that wood in Alaska, and what was the other guy?
Some guy in what did you say, Hawaii?
Well, anyway,
no, not Hawaii. Australia.
Oh yeah, Australia. Yeah, I would like to thank him and all of our lurkers out there and the people that came and joined us in chat. I hope you enjoyed yourself, had fun, and listening to our live stream this evening, our broadcast, mind you. And that's it, man. That's all I got. With your song earlier, when I really felt that part when you said, "Please hit the button that name subscribe to save our life." To save the channel's life. That part right there, I felt that part, man. I felt that part.
That's the truth, man. If you don't click those notification bells, then our channel starts to suffer from it.
Yeah, so hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share alike. Share it with your aunt from Toledo. I bet you she would love to listen to Ebro and Saji. That one aunt that you have that lives in Casawachakasaka, Michigan, she would love to hear us as well. I'm telling you, share us with that person. That's all I got to say about that.
Hey, did you know there's a place in Pennsylvania called Intercourse?
Well, I saw a thing on TV about it recently, so that's when I knew it. Yeah, I don't know what show it was on.
I think there was a commercial. These two guys were talking about a drink or something.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, hey, real quick though, I do want to say thanks to Philofire, DD74, Eddie Von Koon, Connie Joe, which I think she went to bed or something.
Okay.
That's what Scarab kept saying to me. Go to bed, Hebrew. Well, go to bed, Connie Joe. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see here. Who else entered our chat? I think that's about it, man. Like, we don't have a whole lot of people in chat tonight, but oh yeah, Teresa, the real Teresa, who got a new toilet seat, which I'm very proud of her. Thank you for coming in here. And least but not last, oh, wait a minute, he is last. Last but not least. Last but not least. Okay. Good old Michael Fontaine.
Michael Fontaine?
Michael Fontaine.
I think that you had it right though. It is last but not least. That's the correct way.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if I was saying that backwards or
No, least
what?
but not last would be backwards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Last but not least. Last but not least. I wonder where that saying came from.
because the last guy, at least, is saying even though he's last, he's not the least important.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Oh, and one more thing before we get off the air here. Fellow Fire. I got to tell you something, Fellow Fire. If you go to the Mass YouTubers channel, you are talking and you leave a comment, you're talking to the Mass YouTuber. I just want you to know that. I have nothing to do with him. If he leaves a rude comment or something, that's on him. That's not me. I'm not the Mass YouTuber. That guy can be a dick sometimes. So I know I probably shouldn't apologize for him. Like he should apologize, but he'll never do that. So
in other words, when you go to the Mass YouTubers channel, you're not going to get the kind-hearted, genuine, good-natured Hebrew reaction. You're going to get the dark, demented, misunderstood Mass YouTuber reaction.
Yeah, that Kevin. His name's Kevin. His real name is Kevin.
Yeah, Kevin. All right. So he's an alter ego, and he doesn't break character, not even in his comment section, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. All right.
I just wanted to remind people of that.
All right. So it wouldn't be a good idea for a snowflake to leave a comment there on his page. That's for sure.
Well, no.
All right.
But maybe a fire flake.
Oh yeah, Milo Fireflake could handle it for sure.
That's right. Fire flakes are tough.
Yes, they are.
You know the old saying, you're a fire flake. There's nothing that you can't do because the great taste of fire flakes brings out the Saggy in you.
I like that. That's kind of catchy. A little at the end. Kind of just drove it home. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, everybody have a good night. And hopefully we'll see all of you on Sunday.
It's kind of like when you use your hip to finish the refrigerator door closing all the way,
Oh, yeah. Especially when you have your arms full of groceries.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, if you have never mind. I meant that they wouldn't be groceries because your groceries would be inside your refrigerator.
Well, yeah, but you could be holding a bowl of cereal or something, yeah.
Oh, yeah, like you just got stuff out of the refrigerator and then your hands are full. So therefore you can't close the refrigerator door with your hands because not one of your hands is free.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I like doing the old bump womp on the door, just the old hip bomb,
Mm-hmm.
So, all right.
But yeah, you were in the middle of signing us out. I digress. Go ahead.
I sure was, my friend. See, you're wanting to go, but you won't let me go. You keep slowing the row of the show, so I don't go.
Hey, what can I say? I like to eat hay down by the bay.
What? Oh, man. I got nothing to say. But anyway, that would be totally gay. Not that there would be anything wrong with that. I'm just saying. So anyway, for all of us here at Thursdela Thursday, this has been Hebrew 77, as it says in the title, and good old Sagittarically speaking, we missed y'all, and we hope to see you again real soon. Good night, everybody. Oh, there's my Godzilla intro. I thought I lost that damn thing. Huh, that's weird. Well, that does it for tonight's show. I hope you've all had a good time, and we'll see you on the next. And remember, snakes don't always bite. Like this music?
How do you know about biting snakes here?
Huh? Who is that? Well, how dare you interrupt me during my...
Whoa. How do you know about biting snakes here? I don't think you've ever been bitten by a snake. You gotta be kidding me. Listen, you don't have to worry about getting bit by a snake as long as you just stay by a MyPillow. That's right, MyPillow. Go to MyPillow.com/Michael Lundell and buy a MyPillow today. Thank you. Getting bit by snakes. Why, I oughta.
Like I was saying, like the music, it's absolutely free. Well, it's been one heck of a show, but as all good things do, they must end. So, we'll see you next time. And remember, oh wait, I think I already did that one. Goodbye, everybody. Do. We'll see you next time.
Whoa. Wait, you can't do your way out of this one. Boss of Silverhawks here. Oh, wait, that is the end of the show? Alright, well, good night, everybody. By the way, you like this music? It's absolutely free.
No.
And no,
We already did that.
can't have a pony. You phony baloney. Go get some Stromboni.